Sorry. So, hey, everybody. So, this is going to be a live stream, but what we're trying to do is to introduce some elements of one of our edited videos. And we're hoping to accomplish maybe that we'll be able to put out a few more videos than we normally do. We get people asking us all the time, we wish that you guys would do more videos. And they're just, it just comes down to that they're a little time consuming for me to edit them, put them together, and polish them off in a fashion that I feel, believe it or not, I have a little bit of a standard of what I put out. So as we're talking, I'm going to attempt to put up some video of things that happened in Florida, some pictures of what happened in Florida. We're going to talk about our boondocking experience. But at first, I would like to start out this, I was going to say podcast, I don't know why, this video with a little tidbit of information that I took offense to.
Oh my goodness.
I'm a big Star Wars fan. A lot of people are Star Wars fans. And, one of my characters that I like a lot is Chewbacca. And Sabrina says that she hates.
I can't stand him. I can't stand it. Anytime we have watched those movies, that's right. Anytime we've watched those movies, that thing just drives me absolutely nuts. I can't stand him. So, I'm sorry.
So I thought that was odd. I was like, oh, I thought everybody liked Chewbacca. Just because I like Chewbacca doesn't mean...
Chewie, Dusty Rooster says
yeah, it's Chewie. How do you hate Chewbacca? I mean, how do you hate Chewie?
That noise, I don't know. It's just not, he's just not for me.
And another little tidbit, that Sabrina did not know who Chewbacca was until I introduced her to Star Wars 4 years ago. I was like, what do you mean you've never seen Star Wars?
I've never seen it. I mean, I was a huge Star Trek fan, but I had never seen Star Wars.
Yeah, we're both Star Trek fans, too. And I just thought that was really especially odd that she liked Star Trek and never saw the Star Wars movies before. I mean, obviously you've heard of Star Wars. And
obviously, and I'm not going to say I haven't. Of course not on the camera. Maybe in real life I might be like, oh.
And I'm sure you've knew little tidbits of Star Wars. Like when we were watching them, like you weren't surprised that... I don't want to give out any spoilers.
Spoilers for movies that came out in
I don't want to give out a spoiler about
80s.
the relationship between Luke Skywalker and Darth Vader, but you knew that...
No.
I don't know. There's no expiration on spoilers, I don't think.
Yeah,
somebody might.
Okay,
maybe somebody might be watching this with their kids.
There's no expiration on spoilers, but no, I didn't know those things.
You didn't know those things?
I randomly come up with that information.
So, see that you learn things.
So Roger K says, "Come on, Chewie's the best." Doug D says, "That's like not liking apple pie."
That's true.
Hey, Jason and Candace.
Hey, I really think that's... Hey, guys. Hey, Jason. Hey, Candace. I really think that's true. Speaking of Jason and Candace, we have... If you don't know, Jason and Candace is camping with the Kellys. Let's try our first little snapshot or picture. Here is... That's Jason and Candace right there in Florida, where we were boondocking. They were down there with us and Nomadic Native and RJ Adventures. Hopefully that picture actually shows up while we're doing a live stream. Like I said, this is something new for us that we're trying to figure out if we'll be able to, introduce edited stuff with live stuff. We had a great time boondocking in Florida. In fact, our original plan was we were going to go to Florida, or boondock in Florida with everybody for 2
night.
2 days.
Maybe 2 days.
2 days, 1 night. And this one over here enjoyed it a lot more than she thought she would. So then we said, you know what? We'll stay till Thanksgiving. And then...
we stayed a couple extra days.
We even stayed a couple extra days. We had a great time. Everybody was super nice. We did a Thanksgiving dinner with everybody in the RVs. Everybody cooked it was like a potluck style meal. It was four groups of us. So we had RJ Adventures, Nomadic Native, Camping with the Kellys, and us. We are moving forward, which you probably know already. And everybody cooked a couple meals and did a potluck. It was a lot of fun, and it goes to show too. Like we always get questions. Do you guys have to eat out a lot of times, or are you able to prepare meals in the RV? So this is what our RV looked like Thanksgiving morning.
Yes, I have a food scale.
Yeah, we have a food scale. As we were, starting to do all the prep work for our meals. Ron had mentioned in one of his videos, RJ Adventures, that we had 4 YouTube channels all together, and not one of us have a video or picture. As far as we know, not one of us has a picture or video of the final product of what our Thanksgiving spread looked like. But it was pretty. I think it was pretty impressive. We had a I don't know what size clam. We have a clam and a gazelle set up. We filled that clam up with all the food for Thanksgiving. It was pretty cool. And it was great just seeing everybody. It's always nice too. I've said this before when we first met Matt and Maria at Nomadic Native, that those guys were exactly as nice and as friendly, and they were what they show on the video. They're not doing an act. And the same thing about RJ Adventures and Camping with the Kellys. Those guys were just as super as they are in the videos as they are in person. And I think that's nice.
Awesome, yeah.
It would be rough, I think, if we saw these guys and be like, oh, we're expecting this, and it turns out that they're completely different from that.
So I'm going to stop you right there, just real quick, just to review just a couple comments there.
Sure.
So Dusty Roosters likes the idea of the pics while we're doing the live.
Okay, cool.
Question as to whether we're going to head out to Quartzite.
So we don't know exactly yet. A lot of people have been asking us about quartzite. Quartzite's one of those things that Sabrina and I definitely want to experience, that we're a little nervous to experience, because we're really not. Shy is not the right word for us. I don't think we're shy people, but we don't do well in crowds. Like, one thing, I'm great with like one-on-one type of conversations, but I'm tough with crowded situations. And quartzite is, that's the definition of crowded right there. We may be in the area at the time, so I think we don't have to stop by. Everybody's telling us that we have to at least stop by in the quartzite area and at least check it out, because I think we might be, or we will be. What is it?
I'm not sure yet.
We're not sure yet. So if we're in the area, I think we'll definitely stop by and check it out. How's that?
Yes.
That's not an answer. I know. I'm sorry.
We'll see.
We'll see. We'll see is the answer. We don't know yet. As we get a little closer, we'll figure it out.
Roger K says, "What? No hoodie?" That was intentional, Roger. I have had several of my friends comment on the fact that I am in my hoodie every single video.
It's kind of.
So I intentionally decided, all right, so I'll work on not wearing my hoodie. I do have have a blanket. But okay, that's fine. So Camping with the Kellys, Candace has pics and videos of the food.
Oh, awesome. Hopefully, Camping with the Kellys will then put a video together showing our feast.
And they said they will do quartzite with us.
Oh, well, maybe we will go to quartzite then.
That might encourage.
That'll encourage to go. If we know people there, then that'll encourage us. I didn't know. Maybe Jason did mention that he was going to be out there. Speaking of Jason and Candace again, I have a little video of. It's funny that.
I'm like, you have a video?
I have a video of Jason and Candace travel with a Razor, which is a side-by-side OHV maybe. It's like an off-road vehicle. Awesome fun. And we both went out in it. Yeah, again, we're YouTube channels and we never have cameras. Well, we never have cameras on us most of the time. And we got out, we were out for about 10 minutes on the ride. And I said to Jason, I was like, oh, I should have brought a camera with me. And he's like, I didn't bring one either. But I did have my phone. And here's just a little bit of a video of us out on the Razor. Jason's driving. We're going around corners. We're getting the fishtail going. That is a lot of fun. That thing is awesome. It's like owning like a little amusement park. So that's unfortunately all the video I have of us on this Razor. But it was great. The boondocking experience out at Florida wasn't like boondocking at a Walmart where you have to have your slides out, or your slides in. We were able to hang out. We got our slides out.
Hoodie.
Sabrina's got her hoodie in her hand just in case. I don't know. It just was different than what we were expecting, I guess. We actually did pretty well. We did the boondocking dry camping for 5 nights, I guess. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it was. I wouldn't say it was easy. You just got to be careful with your water. And I think I mentioned in one of the other channel's videos that your holding tanks are more important than your water tanks, because you can always we have a freshwater inlet, and we can always add more water to our tanks. But once our tanks are full, they're full. We can do things like transfer the gray water into the black tank, but the holding tanks are more important. But we were able to do. Did we do 5 nights or 6 nights?
5 nights.
We did
Nights.
5 nights in Florida, and we actually left Florida, and we're still doing dry camping, but this is completely different boondocking dry camping. We're at we were in Savannah, Georgia, doing dry camping there, but in their welcome center, and it was super cheap. But this is what the boondocking situation was in Savannah, Georgia. So now we're just literally in parking spaces. They're designated spots. You can see in the photo that it does say RV, but it's tight quarters. You can't open up your slides. And man, just what a difference it was compared to being out, boondocking. Here we all are. That's RJ and Julie from RJ Adventures.
They just said, "Hey guys."
Hey guys, good timing. And that's Matt, Nomadic Native, and this is you can see the night and day difference here, literally, since one's at night. Of sorry, that would normally be edited out in a real video. Just a huge difference. Slides out, our chairs out. We're all around a campfire, chit chatting, plenty of space, all the space that we need. Julie and Maria. This is Maria and Julie. Maria's from Nomadic Native. They got their kayaks. They're able. We never saw the water, Sabrina and I, but apparently it was very close to where we were staying. So they were getting their kayaks ready so that they could go off and do some fishing. And it was a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun. I think it definitely helped to have people around us, though, because I don't think that we'd be wandering on hunting grounds, hanging out.
That was going to be my very next sentence. It was a lot of fun to be there with those guys in the boondocking situation. If it was just Sabrina and I out in the middle of kind of nowhere, I don't know if we would do it.
There was a couple times where when Belle doesn't usually need to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night, but a couple nights we were there, she woke me up at like 1 a.m. ringing the bell because she needed to go out, and like 4 a.m. And I opened the door and I looked outside and I'm like, it's really dark out there. Are you sure you need to go out? Turned on the light, tiptoeing. I'm like, we're not moving too far away from this RV in this darkness. I'm sorry, but yeah, I don't think we probably would have done it by ourselves.
So since Ron's on now, where is my Ron in his PJs? There you go, Ron. So here's Ron in the morning. Every morning we would all come out. We'd have our coffee and hang out, and Ron would be in his PJs. But it was just a lot of fun to be out in this space, and we kept on calling it like the Wild Wild West. We pretty much, you kind of made up your own, not your own rules. It was like a campground. I mean, you still had to, I don't know. There weren't really no rules, though. Like, not that there was anything that we were doing that was unruly, but...
Yeah, we're so unruly.
Yeah, we're very unruly.
Nervous Nelly over here is what he's been calling me all week.
Well, every morning lately, you wake up and you're like, you know what I'm a little nervous about? And I'm like, what is it now, Nervous Nelly?
It's all good.
So
the brain works overtime. It's fine.
I don't know if anybody has any questions about the boondocking, but it did go a lot better than we expected. It went a lot smoother for us. And but a lot of that is, again, we just had a lot of our friends with us. Kind of, it was like a security blanket.
Yeah.
Nothing ever happened. We never really needed anything, but
Dusty Rooster says you wouldn't do it alone because it doesn't feel safe? ?
No. Well,
it feels very isolated. I don't know.
Maybe,
like if a tree falls in the forest, does anybody hear it?
I would say not the fact that it didn't feel safe. I think it was the fact that for us anyway, we're in an area that we're not familiar with, and we wouldn't even have known that you could do this type of camping in that area. And even if somebody, if we Googled it online and found out, hey, this area is good for boondocking, I would feel it's a safety thing. Maybe we felt safer with friends and just a number of us being there. I think if Sabrina and I just showed up to some empty field somewhere and put our jacks down and open our slides, we'd be like, is somebody going to be coming knocking at our door tonight? So maybe it is a safety thing. If we would, here's a question: would you go back to that area now, knowing that we're there for a week with no issues, would you, just the two of us and the little one, would you go there just us and hang out for a couple days by ourselves?
I'd consider it.
Yeah,
I'd consider it.
I would consider it
I'd
too.
consider it. I can't definitely say yes, but I'd consider it.
Yeah. And people ask us all the time, how much does RVing cost? And it really varies for everybody. But to RV there, it was under $30 for your camping pass, and you can stay all winter long. This is how some people RV on the cheap. I mean, you can't beat the price.
Yeah.
Even here at this place that we're at now, it was $8 a day to park in this spot, and we're allowed to leave the RV, and we're exploring Savannah, Georgia, and we're walking around and seeing everything and all the sights. I mean, it's cheap. I mean, you can't get cheaper than, well, you can get free, but $8 a night. It's actually $7 a night if you do multiple nights.
So RJ Adventure says, tell the frog story. Okay. I guess.
I don't have a picture of the frog, but we can tell it.
All right. So first, we'll start with a little context of the frog story. So the day before the frog was found in the RV, there was a little frog on our back bay. A little green frog that looked like Kermit.
Yeah, he was about that big.
So I'm laying in bed the next morning when we're getting ready to leave, and I'm wondering what's happened to this frog. I am literally laying there thinking, that frog was on the bay door. I wonder if he's in the bay. I wonder if he's under the bed now. I'm sleeping in this bed. I wonder if this frog is under the bed. Fine. Done. Get up in the morning. Keep moving. Stop it. Get up in the morning. Keep moving. I come out, make my oatmeal, sitting here at the dinette, enjoying my breakfast, and I saw something run. I thought it ran. I look over by the door, and hopping towards the door is a different frog inside the RV. I jumped up on the dinette.
Again, maybe this one was a little larger, maybe like that.
It was enormous, okay? Hopping inside the RV. I am terrified of frogs. Jumped up on the dinette chair, ran towards the bedroom, realized I had no way to get out of the RV because it's at the door, blocking the door of my escape. So Kenny's getting up. He's trying to find his stuff. He's like, what are you talking about? I was like, there's a frog in here. There's a frog in here. And so then I'm in the bedroom, on the bed, in the bedroom, trying to figure out a way out.
It was like a cartoon. I was like, are you seriously this scared of a frog?
So he's like, I don't see anything. Let me get my contacts because I can't see anything. He puts in his contacts. He comes up front. And he's like, I still don't see this frog. I was like, it is there. I'm telling you, the frog is there.
I thought she was hallucinating.
So then he's like, I wish you would have kept an eye on it while you were here and instead of running away from it so I would know where it went. I said, I don't know where it went, but it is there. So he opens the door, trying to get more light. He has a broom in his hand to shoo it out. And the frog, I was back in the dinette, standing on the dinette, and the frog jumps out of the RV to safety.
To safety.
So I was like, he's gone. He actually just jumped out. He still couldn't see him.
I still couldn't see him.
Finally, he went outside. And he's like, oh, here it is. Let me pick him up. I was like, you're going to touch him? He's like, yes. Frogs don't bite or anything, do they? I was like, I don't think so, but you're going to touch him? He's like, yeah. He's like, I don't want us to run him over. So he picked him up and put him in some tree over in the corner. And I was like, this might be too much for me. I don't know.
I was expecting a much larger frog. I was really surprised that it was like the size of my thumb. I don't know. I was expecting Kermit the Frog size.
Listen, man, those legs were like twice its body size. It wasn't pretty.
And he was really slow, too. I don't think he was feeling too well. He was jumping and hopping really, really slow. Really, really slow.
I don't know how I got in here. It was probably that 4 a.m. bell bathroom break when I took her out. See, that's what's waiting out there for me.
So our real deal boondocking experience went great. We traveled to Savannah. We had a great time in Savannah, Georgia, too. Savannah, Georgia has now been put on our top 5 of most liked places that we've been to so far. Awesome. We're going to put together a live video for that, similar to this, and I'll be able to show pictures and videos. And this, like I said before, this will just let us put videos out a little faster. It really cuts down on the editing time and putting things together. We also have a Fort Wilderness video that I'm putting together. That won't be live. I'll
put some effort into it.
I'll put effort into the Fort Wilderness video. Fort Wilderness was better than we expected. It was enormous. It's crazy. That campground is crazy. We have an Epcot video. We got some Disney stuff coming pretty soon. And we thought it was funny too today. We're not recognized too often, but somebody recognized us, Mary. She saw us out in the parking lot, and she's like, what did she say?
She said, I recognized you and your little dog in the window, and I couldn't figure out from where, and then I realized, wait a minute, I watch you guys on YouTube.
So it's kind of neat when we're recognized. This is surprisingly, I mean, we're not that big of a channel, but this is our third time being recognized in the last 2 months.
It's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool. Yeah. So we gave Mary a moving forward token. So if you guys ever see us out somewhere and you recognize us, I always carry a moving forward token on me. Bruce, the RV enthusiast, made them for us. And if you recognize us, you get a token, and it's just a symbol of our token of our appreciation for following along and then subscribing and checking out our videos. We do appreciate it. It's a lot of fun. The channel is just a lot of fun for us. We really like the interaction with everybody. So I don't know how long we've been on for. We try to keep our videos short. Jason just said to me when we first met, he's like, "You guys make short videos." He's like, because I told him that we try to keep them under 10 minutes. He's like, "Your videos are under 5."
Oh. My problem is my attention span. Even on our own videos.
Even on our own videos, yeah. So we zone out.
It's like shiny lights twinkling. Oh, well, yeah.
So. So as always, we always appreciate. As always, we always. That would have been edited out. We do appreciate everybody checking out our videos and subscribing and sharing and liking and disliking and commenting. I just got a weird comment the other day. Maybe we'll talk about that some other time. But we actually get very positive comments. We have great subscribers. It's so rare that we get a negative. I don't even know if we've ever had a negative comment. We get strange comments every once in a while, but I don't think we've ever had a negative one. So we do appreciate all the positivity that everybody puts out to us. It makes us feel good, and we like to return that. So take care, everybody. Safe travels. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Next video will probably be Savannah, Georgia. We had an awesome time in Savannah, Georgia, and then we'll start putting out those Disney videos. So take care. Bye.